Yo, man, let's talk about it. In case y'all don't remember, man, this has been, we talking about something about 16 years ago, man. Easy 16 years ago. Bad Boy had to reshuffle. And that was right before Big died in like 96. Puff started bringing in all this new talent to the label. Because they was blowing up. All the remixes, the records, Bad Boy was getting ready to challenge the entire music game after basically taking off and just letting the Tupac wave, die down. Because Puff was smart. Puff's like, look, street is cool, but we got to get to the club. We got to make songs for these women. We got to understand, y'all exclude the ladies with all this stuff, and we got to get people dancing. They the one gonna buy the records. So he would always have those remix joints, and he the one made the remix what it is today. But the remix, he don't, Puff would come in and be like, look, I don't want nothing you said on the album before. We ain't taking the same vocals. We making a whole new song on a whole new beat. That's how we gonna do it. And we don't try to sell the single like an album. That's how we gonna make this money. So Big would do that. And the rest of the guys, they brought in Black Rob and all these guys, and they were killing it. Now, Black Rob in 1999, his debut album getting ready to come out. A lot of dudes love Black Rob. Then of course Woe comes out, they just blow up that whole album, take out I Love You Baby. And his storytelling and everything, that was pretty much his style. Then he got some other songs that's kind of not his style. When he's not storytelling, he's just rapping. And those songs were brought into question. A lot of them. Well, dude was like, oh, I heard that line. It always started with, I heard that line. Yeah, I heard this song before. And the fact is that they didn't heard the song before. They heard that line by another rapper on another song. And eventually, it comes out. It happens all the time. You hear about it and boom, there it is. Now, P. Diddy and the Family album comes out. And the Saga Continues comes out. And Diddy just won his case. He's feeling himself. He just got found not guilty in his whole entire case. So now sorry about that. A little cold. So now he's really feeling empowered. He's really feeling himself. And because he's really feeling himself, they out trying to put this P. Diddy album out. And he changed his name up. Everything's rolling. Now, on this album, there's some songs that people held in question because they introduced Loon. A person who Mace walked right into the door and said, yo, this is my guy Loon, Puff. He could rap. He could pretty much do my riffs. Like, he's talented. You should work with him. Walked him into Bad Boy. And he rapped for Puff. And Puff signed it. So Loon was there. This is when him making his debut basically with Bad Boy on the Saga Continues. Now, there's other Harlem rappers that's listening, and people like Red Cafe and some other artists who were trying to come up in the game during that time. A lot of them were hearing lines that was repeated on ciphers or on the radio, you know, Hot 97 or Power, whatever, freestyling. And Black Rob, Loon, G-Dep, they would all listen up and take their lines. Like, this was encouraged in Bad Boy. Like, if they say something that's hot, you got to put it out first because they ain't even got a deal. So I was told that this was encouraged. Like, listening to what's happening in the streets. And Black Rob, they said, did it, but he was smart enough to take the lines and flip it into something to kind of own it as his own. But people was a little bit aware of what he was doing. But Loon was lazy enough to take the entire verses of people albums. You know, he'll take a whole 16 if need be. And sometimes he didn't even flip it. And they was like, dude, you just took dude whole 16. You know, and that's how things became a bit noticeable. Like, dude was like, nah, you must have seen my cipher. But he ended up bumping heads with the wrong dude, and so did Rob. Rob got approached by one of the rappers allegedly, and, you know, Rob had to check him and say, yeah, I took it. And what? 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 I took it and what? What you gonna do about it? So, dude, basically, him and his crew was a bunch of book baggers, and, you know, they wasn't really about that. But they went and got some people that was about that. You know, and then they came back and, you know, it was a confrontation of what happened in like Harlem or something, you know, one of them streets, but it was a confrontation over it. G-Dep turned himself in to the cops. You all know his history, but, you know, he was ridiculed. His career was over after even though Special Delivery was hot, after the Saga Continued, and everybody said that was the worst verse they ever heard in creation when he was talking about fish and spaghetti, and that was done. It was like, this dude is the worst rapper in history, and he couldn't recover from that. So I was shocked to hear Black Rob's name involved in this situation. Loon, you know, his flow was basically Mace's flow. So I could see him doing that because he basically mirrored everything Mace did and tried to emulate. He just wasn't as witty as Mace when it came to the wordplay in his delivery. But his whole steez was Mace. So I could see him biting somebody's lines and getting sloppy about it. You know, Rob was very careful with how he did it. So, but I was just shocked to hear Black Rob, and, you know, because Rob was, I ain't wearing no glittering suits. You know, like I'm just me all the way through. I'm Black Rob, and they just gonna know me as Black Rob. But I gotta give credit to Diddy, man. Diddy helped Black Rob sell 1 million records. Do you understand that? How hard it is to have an artist like Black Rob sell 1 million records? That's producing. You know what I'm saying? Him putting him with Jennifer Lopez on Spanish Fly, I Love You Baby, you know, like, getting those songs out really changed the landscape for Black Rob. It gave him some range. You know, so the story on that one is crazy, but it gave him range. So on that note, it's your boy Carcino, man. I'm out. I wish I knew who was all the people was that was, you know, pressing them. I'm quite sure people in Harlem know. They've heard all about the stories, you know. It's just that this is not stuff you go around getting all the information on. You just hear it in conversation or people talk about it like it's not. So It is what it is. I'm out.